In its prime, the Q27 Predator could fell opponents in 2 shots, one if they were a low health class. It was unanimously believed to be the best gun in the game, and I even made a video about how it affected the Blitz Brigade meta in its time. The developers had their Nerf guns pointed at this thing for a very long time, and now I'm going to take a look at it now that it's been normalized. So welcome back everyone to Honest Attempts. Let's hop into a game right now. And I'm completely serious. Back in the day, for those of you who have just started playing Blitz Brigade recently or haven't seen previous videos, if you weren't using this gun before it was normalized, you were wasting your time. There are few weapons that were better than this one, or even up to par with it back in its heyday. But now, it has been very much normalized, and it can compete fairly with everything else in the game. The subject of today's Honest Attempt was actually decided on a Twitter poll. I'm going to try to do those fairly often. It's probably the second or third one that I've done. If you guys want to participate in that, make sure to follow me on Twitter. This time, the Q27 won over the Spark Frenzy and the Prototype X. Those will still get done, it's just a matter of which one comes first. Oh. I don't know if those are ours or not, but let's just clear them out no matter what. See, the benefits of the Q27 Predator is that it's got a lot of rounds in the clip, and it also has a fairly speedy reload, which is very helpful. It was even more so back in the day because, again, it only required like 1 or 2 shots to kill, so you'd only end up using 1 or 2 rounds at a clip. So this gun's heyday was actually back before Honest Attempts was even a thing, before it was even conceived. Honest Attempt was kind of spawned out of the Thoughts Regarding series. Back then, it surely would have gotten a 9 out of 9 full gore rating. Now I am less sure. It's still, it's still a good weapon. You saw that. I mean, it still kills in around 3 to 4 shots, even on a gunner. But you see that the extra 2 shots that are required vastly decrease the weapon's value. Honestly, I think everyone would agree that if you are getting a weapon for the Demolisher, if you're looking to pimp out your class, so to say, the 6 Surprise would probably be a better option, because the 6 Surprise was also normalized. The Demolisher as a class was normalized, not just the Q27 Predator. But if you're looking for something to buy, I'd almost recommend the 6 Surprise over this if you're looking for sheer OP goodness. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting I'm on the red team. It's so rare that I'm on the red team these days. I'm gonna go respawn really quickly just to get my health back. So now that we've kind of covered our bases there, let's take a look at the reload animation. It's nothing spectacular, but it didn't have to be when this weapon was made. Oh hey, I got the last kill there. So to continue the thought, it didn't have to be spectacular. It just had to reload. You just had to have a way to get more rounds in the clip. The gun more than made up for the lack of a reload animation. The 6 Surprise has a great reload animation, but that's the subject for another episode. Hello, Sniper. I see you're trying to be the first kill. Or potentially the second. Oh no, the first. Haha! Get wrecked! I'm also noticing that the splash damage radius is slightly lower than it once was, so you still have to hit very close to them, in fact. See, that would have done damage. So it still kills in 2 shots on the low health classes. Stealth class, medic, the sniper. The gunner requires 3. So I suppose my estimate was a little bit off. I guess it killed in 1 shot. I don't remember it being that good. But, you know, I guess it did kill in 1 shot for most classes. It's pretty solid. So, I'll be honest, I have not used this weapon beyond maybe 1 or 2 games since the update. Since the reckoning, as we'll call it. Since the Q27's reckoning. So I came into this with fairly low expectations. And so far, those expectations have been exceeded, with the exception of the blast radius. The blast radius is probably the biggest hit that the weapon took. You have to be fairly accurate with it now. In fact, I think the 6 Surprise even has a bigger radius than this. See, I fired 9 rounds just now, and only 2 of them hit. Only 2 of them hit, and each one was pretty close. Pretty close, but not good enough. No cigar. Is there somebody camping over here? Oh, dang Skippy, there is. Run! It was a trap! As a class altogether, the Demolisher is still very much a good one, especially because of the rocket jump. That is such a huge boon for this class. It is great. So definitely bear that in mind if you plan on playing with the Q27 and the Demolisher as a whole. You do have that rocket jump. Be sure to utilize it often. It's great for getting in and out of situations quickly. Oh, the Nebula. It wouldn't be an Honest Attempt episode without the Nebula, would it? Hey, Demolisher, seems like there's one other guy on my team using the Q27. So, it's by no means a bad weapon. We had preconceived notions about it, and those affect what we see the weapon as now. It's comparable to going from middle school to high school, and in between those years, all these people know you, so no matter how much you change in that time, they'll still think the same of you. It's not until you get to college, where you get to show your face for the first time, that you get to make a name for yourself. If you would like to see what the weapon was capable of prior to the update, I will provide a link to the Thoughts Regarding episode with the Q27. Alright, here we go again. One last game for the Q27. And then it's time and the spotlight will be over for now. So some tips for utilizing the Q27 now. You have to be fairly confident in your aim, because the explosion will no longer cover any slack that you once had. Definitely keep in mind your class's mobility. The rocket jump is your friend. I say as I need to use it, see? Get out of situations very quickly. Don't forget to respawn if you need to. This weapon fires quickly, so you may run out of ammo if you're doing very well, and since you have this gap closing ability, you can easily make it back to base and respawn. Don't be afraid to retreat, get health, get ammo. It's really good for all classes. Oh, I'm being moved due to auto balance. Excellent. I'm so glad. Well, at least it's early on in the game when we don't really have much going on. I chose to forego a hat this time around. Oh, I just totally ran past that red guy because I forgot that I'm on the blue team already. Always check the gloves. Oh, that's right, you can't see the gloves. See that? Not hitting him. None of that hit him. No explosive radius whatsoever. In fact, if you can't hit them, then there's not going to be any damage. Ooh, Demolisher off. That was good. That was really good. Honestly, I kind of wish that I didn't experience the gun before the change, just because my outlook on the gun is definitely affected by my prior knowledge. The revised score of the Q27 Predator is going to be a 5 out of 9 full gores. Fires quickly, but it seems to forget that it's an explosive damage weapon. There's no explosive radius to speak of, so if you're not going to be hitting the enemy, you're not going to be getting any damage. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Honest Attempts. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you still like the Q27 Predator. I definitely like playing against it a little bit more. It was pretty hard to like it if you weren't using it, you know what I mean? Alright, everyone, have a great day, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.